Y'all know what time it is. It's kneecap biting time. I do not own the rights to this music.
Here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Body by Jeremy Smokin.
And welcome to Kneecap Biting with Smokin Jeremy B. Killer Cook's already hopping in saying JB. That being said, I got a few guests with me tonight. I have Dan Leonard of Mad Lab Custom Creations. I have Lions Rumble 81 from Las Vegas.
What's up, guys?
LL Cool Torrance from Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And one of the big fans, Big Dan Davis. Let's go, boys.
Okay. What's up, fellas?
What's that, baby?
Hey, just another week I'm here. I'm living the dream, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, let's get into it. And Killer Cook says, "What's up, Dan? Love the name."
Yeah.
Just remember, it's another FTP Friday. It's not for giving flowers either.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
All right. 2021, the Lions defense was 31st in scoring, 28th in total yardage, which was 90 points better than the 2020's defense and miles better in yardage. Where do they need to rank for you to have this season be successful?
Top 15.
Woo! I like it.
All right, maybe
That's bold.
Maybe top. Yeah. I'm gonna stick with it. Top 15.
I'm saying 15 to 20. That's where I'm at. But Lorenzo,
Yeah,
what
right
do you
there.
think?
I was gonna switch it, but I'm gonna stick. That's how I was gonna switch it to, but I'm gonna stick with mine.
Yeah, I'm right there with LL, man. It's got to be we got to be feared, man. Top 15. If you make that
for
kind
sure.
of jump, yeah.
I agree with you guys. It's 15 to 20 range would be a significant jump for me. I'd say top 15.
Yep.
That's bold. I like it.
Putting it on
Dan,
the coaches.
what do you think?
Probably like 20 to 22 range, honestly, in my opinion, right now. We saw a couple things that weren't great. We don't know how they're going to play yet because they still can't tackle.
You know, that's something they're working on. Dan Campbell has preached it. That's the only thing the defense has to do, and they're working on it. Yeah, your kid was back there. I waved at him.
Yeah.
But I say 15 to 20 because to make that big of a leap to go top 15 right off the bat, that's a huge jump when we know we got questions at safety and linebacker.
Yes,
That's
sir.
just my personal opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. But we need these coaches have to coach these men up. So we're looking. I'm looking at AG and them to inspire these guys to be more physical. And it looks like right now what they're doing is they're competing, and that's only going to transpire to the field too. So if you're competing in house, man, just imagine competing with the actual competitors on the field, opposing teams.
Look at that abysmal roster we put on the field last year and competed with some top teams and beat a couple of them.
Yeah.
So they will rise to the occasion. Does it start week 1 or does it more come in like week 3? That's the only thing I got a question about.
And I like what Dan did in the episode. Yeah, I'm hoping week 1 too. But he told him, like, I got you in pads. He's like, I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. The more reps you get, the more comfortable you are. That way, we're not comfortable week 8, week 10. You should be comfortable earlier this year, hopefully around week 1 or 2. That's what I'm hoping for too. So
All
we need
right.
to come out and set the tone, man.
And I hope we can do pretty decent stopping the run too, especially week 1 against Philly. That is key. They got to be great against the run and contain Jalen Hurts.
We made that Barton Scott look like the next coming of LaDainian Tomlinson in that game. Jeez, oh Pete.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, we got a few comments to get to, and then I'll get to the next subject. I got Brian Roy coming in saying, hey, guys.
What's up, Brian?
Steve Bauer, greetings to the man cave from Flint Town.
Right.
Michael Huck says, good evening and happy Friday to the panel.
Right.
Brian Roy actually answered the question, said 17th to 20th. John Robinson, one of our California guys, and also follows Detroit Lions on the Prowl, says, good evening, Smoking Jay. Cake Man 1218, what's up, Jeremy, Rumble, and the boys? And Cake Man 1218 says, is it realistic for Swift to go 1,000 and 1,000? The way it's a running back by committee, I don't know if we'll have 1,000-yard rusher on the team, but I would love to see like 750 to 800 for both him and Jamal Williams, because they're going to be splitting carries more. Because every time Swift gets over that 20 carry mark, it seems like the next game he gets hurt. Once he gets over 20 touches, he gets hurt the next game, even if it's just for a quarter. It just seems to go that way.
And that's the thing. I want to see Swift stay healthy for as many games as possible this year as well.
Well, I was mistaken. Yeah. John Robinson says from West Michigan, Smoking Jay. My bad. All right, let's get on to the next subject. Should the Lions try and bring in Malcom Brown, free agent defensive tackle? You know, he's a former All-Pro, former Pro Bowler. I think it would be a good pickup. What do you guys think?
He's got familiarity with Aaron Glenn and Dan Campbell from their time together with the Saints. So it's a good veteran signing. I don't see how it could hurt any.
Unless he costs too much, I don't see it not happening.
True.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with both of you, man. I think it's we still don't know what's up with Levi. We still don't know what's up kind of with those defensive tackles, the backups, other than, it's why not? I mean, if you get a good solid 8 games with him at starter, or
Pascal is also on the PUP list, correct? Yeah. To start the year.
Yep, because he had that hernia surgery at the beginning of June, which is a 12 to 15 week. I've seen somebody say 8 to 12. I've seen another guy say 10 to 14, but the medical doctors on Woodward Sports said 12 to 15 weeks. I think I'm going to trust the medical doctor's opinion and not a beat writer.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be a huge sign, and like LL and Dan just said, like, he's got familiarity with the coaching staff, and I think it would be fun to see, just how he gels with some of those younger talent we have in that line. So I'm all for it. It's got to be within. It's got to be one of those prove it deals, though. I don't want to.
I don't want to give him a bunch either. I don't want to give him a bag. But
I would say, what about like a deal kind of like Trinity? I mean, not Trinity Benson, but Chark. Like how it's like
where they spread it out over 3 years instead of giving it to them all at once. If it is a little bit of a bag,
if we cut them
like a 2-3 year deal, something like that.
If we cut them this year, it's 10 years. But if we can hold on to them for 3 years or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Dan, what do you think?
Which
Leonard?
Me? Okay.
Leonard. We haven't heard from him. Oh, he's on mute. He must have a phone call. So I'll attack a couple of the comments real quick. Lion King says, Lion King, at last, middle of the pack teams will have trouble keeping up scoring. If the money is good, John Robinson does agree. Rodrigo, defensive rookie of the year. Oh, you might have to pump the brakes a little bit on that.
Yeah.
He's still got he hasn't proved he can read and react yet, but he does hit his gap assignments. Fantastic. That's what I saw. And I'm going to be bringing that up here in a little while. Because one thing Rodriguez does do is he does cover with being a former safety. He's probably one of our best cover guys out there.
Yeah, his pursuit is pretty cool too, man. Yeah, I like him.
Michael Huck. Lions fans are go after Roquan Smith last week. Malcolm Brown this week. Which new toy is available next week we should go after? I say yes to both. I still agree we should go after Roquan Smith. I would throw them Anzalone, Trinity Benson, Khalif Raymond, and the Rams' first-round pick to get Roquan.
Yeah, I agree. I like that package. I don't care. I take it. I do it. But
they need wide receivers.
Yeah.
Only with
Lord knows they need wide receivers.
Rodrigo Kool-Aid, start drinking. Oh yeah.
I already have been. So.
Yeah, to LL's point, yeah, I would throw that at him, but to me it looks like Roquan's like donned and all kind of look like he went shopping at an NFL shop and's got everything with the Chicago Bears C on it, like the hat, the shirt, the pants, the shoes, the glass.
But he's standing on the sidelines and still refusing to play.
Yeah, and he's like,
he wants them to give him a bag. That's what he wants. He got $18 million over 4 years the last time, so he wants a better deal.
Allegedly, Chicago doesn't want to trade him, but things can change. So,
and here's the scary one: if they get him, Chargers are calling him. Is the rumor?
Ooh-wee.
If the Chargers get Roquan Smith, that's the #1 defense in the league right now.
That's
Joey Bosa, Mack, Roquan Smith,
J.C. Jackson,
Derwin James.
Yep.
He just got paid too, didn't he?
Yeah, he just got a bag.
And no matter what anybody says, super teams do work. Just look at the Rams.
Yep.
Chargers could be scary good this year too.
It worked when you don't call it a super team. You can't call it an all-star team or whatever team. If you just go out there and play, it seemed to work pretty fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I would be fine with bringing in either one of those guys or both. And I started talking about it as soon as I said the rumor that he wanted out started. I was like, hell yeah, I'd make a trade for him.
And what you think about this, JB? If we land both of them, I guarantee we in the top 15.
If we land both of them, not only are we in the top 15, we might climb higher because of the difference making it would make at the linebacking core and on the interior. Aleem and Malcolm Brown next to each other in a 4-man front.
Hey man, Aleem McNeil is nice, man. Aleem McNeil,
yes, he is. He is one of my favorite players.
And Penei Sewell is probably my favorite players on the Lions right now.
And Levi is actually back practicing, is what I saw. Right? He's not on the PUP list anymore.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that too, man.
I haven't seen anything on that, but if he's not on the PUP list, great. I hope he can get back as soon as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, last year when he was in and out of the lineup because of that back injury lingering around, week 10, when he got back in and played as a starter, that was when Aleem McNeil looked good against Pittsburgh.
You can't double team both of them. So
Not to mention during off-season workouts, Levi looked jacked, like he was ready.
I just think that back issue still lingering is what's going on. They haven't disclosed what the injury is, but something has still been holding him out. I think it has to do with that back. And we all know what that can do to a player. Doesn't matter what the position is. If your back hurts, your whole body hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Lion King. Will Jared Goff play any more preseason? God, I hope not. We can't afford to lose him in the preseason. We lose him in the preseason, the season's over.
Dan Campbell said for the game against the Colts that a lot of their starters will not be playing. So I wouldn't expect Goff to play.
I don't think you'll see Shark, Reynolds, or Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think the wide receiver one going in this week is probably going to be Cephas since he's back.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. We're gonna have our.
He played like a one. He played like a one last year for us until he got hurt.
Yeah, the more reps those guys get it's just gonna strengthen our team. So we're gonna have our hands full week 1 anyway. So yeah, rest our starters. Have them out there calling plays or doing whatever they need to do to get ready for that week 1 matchup against an NFC powerhouse. Yeah.
You see that? He's right though. Our luck. We give up the Rams pick.
Exactly.
Stafford goes down with a lengthy injury, and we get Roquan.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I think that pick's gonna if Stafford doesn't play, that's gonna be a nice pick, man. You could probably get if we get Roquan's only 25 years old. I'm okay with that. It's like picking up
Stafford
a
will
veteran,
play.
a young veteran. You know what I mean? Like a young veteran, familiar with our division.
What do you think the
Stafford will
chances
play.
they actually trade him within division would be?
It depends on the package, really.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
mean, all the teams other than the Packers and the Lions have made the cardinal sin of reaching out to division rivals to make trades.
And Brad Holmes has shown he's willing to make trades too. So
yeah, he's willing to take them if they're the right price.
Yeah,
Big West,
man, I really do.
I don't think Holmes is going to trade for any big name players or sign any big name free agent until we are a true contender. We're going to build this team. I didn't say that. I'm just saying it would make this team better. I would love it. But I agree, Sue would be cheaper than Malcolm Brown. He played for $6 million the last 3 years in a row.
For a Super Bowl contender, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand.
So he took that.
I would love if we could bring Ndamukong Suh back here. Hell yeah.
That's a kneecap biter for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's a kneecap biter, a kneecap stomper. I mean,
I'm sure Rodgers would love it too.
Yeah.
So we might just say dirty player, right?
I just said a kneecap biter. I didn't say he's dirty. I didn't say, he actually cleaned up after he went to Miami under Dan Campbell's tutelage, because Dan Campbell is the one that took him aside and said, you got to hold yourself accountable and not get these bad. No, it's one of the reasons why he loved him. He talked about it in an interview.
Well, I can't say when it happened, but I have the picture in my phone. I'm gonna look, if I can remember, I'll look through my phone to find it. I forget who it is, but Ndamukong Suh got somebody in a chokehold.
Oh, that was that's when Dan Campbell got into him that year.
Okay,
that was that year. That was that year. You can't make the stupid penalties that kill the defense.
You remember when Undertaker used to choke slam people and grab them and they looked it looked just like that.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
It's kind of hard to tell a defensive tackle not to be so aggressive, man.
Big West. Stu won't sign here. He is a ring whore now at his age.
Oh, bless his heart.
Oh.
I hope we get another dog like Sue.
Who knows what we got in that roster out of Pascal until he plays. I'm looking forward to it, because if he's 80% of what he was at Kentucky, we're going to be good.
Yeah, absolutely. Him and Hutch and that whole line, that's going to be filthy, man. Oof. Oh, I can't wait.
And I love, I am going to bring up one thing out of Hard Knocks real quick. I love what Kelvin Shepard told the whole linebacker room when they were sitting there.
Yeah. I didn't.
If a rookie is the best guy playing on the field, he's going to take y'all's job and be the starter.
Well, I didn't mind that part. I just didn't just you a first round pick. You a blah 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 blah. Yeah, who cares? Like all that. You make this much. Yeah, he just stick with he gonna beat y'all job, because that's where people get. That's where they get messed up anyway. Like thinking that they earn things.
And somebody said that's sad, and I was like, well, isn't that a testament to Brad Holmes' scouting ability to get him in the 6th round?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
He did his homework. Yeah, he did his. He's a scout. He did his homework. Absolutely.
Yeah, he picked up on it too, because I saw that, because Rodrigo got this weird sheepish grin on his face at the back of the linebacker room when it was said. How awkward was that for Rodrigo? It was awkward when when that's being said. When you're the new guy and he's putting you on the spot like that.
He put a target on his back.
Right.
Yeah, he put a target for sure, but it's good. I think he's one
Tom Brady likes softballs. He likes the way they feel in his hand. Yeah, I know. That's what Deflategate was about.
Yeah.
He's a pro at deflating.
If anybody can handle that pressure, it'd be Rodriguez. I think that guy's ready, man. Shout out to Oklahoma State.
I want to see him hit somebody. I want to see Rodrigo hit someone in live game action, and I'll be there week 1.
Like he did on special teams in that special teams play when he laid that guy out with a good, clean shoulder to the midsection hit.
It was a good pop. I'm not gonna lie.
I wasn't looking at my screen. Who said that? They want to see him hit somebody.
Dan, Big Dan.
Dan, well, let me tell you something. I feel like we're gonna get to see it, because the Eagles The Eagles didn't ball until they played us last year, and now they're a running team. So I feel like he's gonna get lots of opportunity. He gonna be knocking them around out there. I sure hope he does at least.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
me too, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
Miles Sanders is hurt, and they got AJ Brown. They're going to be a passing team this year. Mark my words. Mark my words.
Burton Scott came in, and it was like Miles Sanders didn't exist.
Right.
Bernard Scott's the best running back on that team anyway.
Lion King says, I'm on NBC Chicago in my hometown. Ryan will not give in to Rokon. I thought Ryan Pace wasn't the GM anymore.
Yeah, I don't know who their GM is. I think they got rid of everybody though.
Right. That being said, it's about that time. Dan, why don't you hop on camera and talk about Mad Lab Custom Creations?
Dude, I need to know like exactly what time you want to do this stuff. Because every time you try to do it, I'm doing something.
Oh, really? See how you are? All right. I'll go to a couple more comments. James Burgess says Malcolm Brown is worth a look for sure. Big Wes says Rodrigo is like a wild pit bull off his change.
I love that comment. Hell yeah.
And Steve Bauer says Sue and McNeil would be a brick wall on the D line. Plus, Sue still scares the shit out of Aaron Rodgers. Facts. Aaron Rodgers might wet himself as soon as he looks across the line and sees Sue.
Sue would look at Aaron Rodgers and be like, "That's a nice leg you got there. It'd be a shame if someone stomped on it."
Right.
That kneecap looks tasty. I think I want to bite it. That being said, let me go ahead and do my first sponsor. A1 Tire and Auto Repair, 3 locations to serve you. We have Old Colin, we have the one in Saginaw, and we have the one on Broadway here in Bay City where I work. Come on in, check us out. Great used tires at a good price and great prices on new tires as well. Are you ready, Dan? Or no? He's got his mic muted. We'll come back to him.
Sorry, man. I'm just trying to get this freaking thing dried real fast.
I hear you.
JV, you do it.
All right. Mad Lab Custom Creations. He does customized paint schemes for your signed mini and full-size helmets. Check him out on YouTube, on Facebook. It is Mad Lab Custom Creations. He also does breaks for you to earn a chance to win someone from your favorite team in a mystery box. Michael Huck says, Sue and Hutch playing together, how good would our defense become? It would be nasty.
Like I said, I'd love to have Sue back here. That'd be freaking awesome.
That being said, my observation versus the Falcons on defense, the scheme was vanilla and looked more geared toward gap assignments than read and react. Do they use more read and react this week in Indy tomorrow? What do you guys think? Go ahead, Lorenzo.
Oh, I think, we're going to have to trim this roster down. You guys brought it up here a couple minutes ago about the certain starters not playing. I think they're still going to kind of be vanilla, but I definitely for sure believe that there's going to be a lot more reps given to these guys who are on the fence. And that's kudos to the coaching staff. I think they're giving these guys every opportunity to make this team. So anybody who was on the bubble, they're going to get their opportunity to hopefully make the roster, or be like an audition for other teams to pick them up if they do get cut. So yeah, I think it's still going to be a little vanilla. But like I said, those guys who are on the fence, those third and fourth string guys who might not necessarily make the team, they're going to get their time to shine. So.
Dan Leonard?
Absolutely. I think they're going to be more geared towards reading and reacting and gap assignments this week. The first week there is basically just want to have you practice on one thing and see what you do on that. Now they're going to start trying to get a little more ready for the season this week, and then next week I think it's going to be full game plan type style.
LL?
Do you like my hat?
I'm going
Yeah.
with vanilla.
You're going
I'm
vanilla as well?
It's preseason. I feel like they're gonna stick to it.
Big Dan?
Yeah, I think it's going to be vanilla too. There's going to be not a lot of our starters are playing. They're just going to see what some of our tier 2 and tier 3 guys can do. So it's going to be vanilla.
Well, that's why I think they're going to do a little bit more of the read and react with that vanilla scheme, but let them react rather than just hit the gap assignments. And the reason why I say that is they want to see if that cream's going to rise to the top or if it's going to be like the crap that falls to the bottom and gets jettisoned next week when they start making the big cuts.
A good, fair point there.
Ooh. After you guys all answer this, I got a question.
Sure. Shoot.
Who do you think is going to be a surprise bubble cut this year?
I don't know if it's a surprise. I say Logan Stenberg.
I don't want to say because I don't want it to happen.
Oh, they have another Ryan Poles. Okay. I didn't know his name was Ryan. I just knew about Ryan Pace. I was like, God, what is it up with Ryan GMs in Chicago?
A surprise cut. I'm gonna go. I don't know if it's a surprise cut though. Probably Pimpleton. Maybe. I mean that's it's gonna be tough unless they keep him on the practice squad or just have him do special team stuff. I think that wide receiver room's pretty much set in stone.
I do got one.
If Benson doesn't have a good game, I think it's him because
Yeah,
Benson looked bad. Pimpleton looked okay.
Yeah, he did.
That's who I was thinking was Benson.
Yeah.
I don't know if this would be much of a surprise, but I really wouldn't be upset if they cut Tim Boyle.
No.
That's not a surprise cut. What is it?
I got a big time super surprising cut. Y'all ready for this?
Yep.
And it is because I hate him. The surprising cut is Jared Goff.
I love it. I like this guy.
Well, that guarantees us a top 5 pick next year. Then,
Yeah.
Welcome to Detroit, Will Anderson Jr.
Hey, if we can get Will Anderson next year and put him next to Hutch and the rest of the guys in that D line, I would not be upset.
Oh,
we could package up if we do good and still get Will Anderson.
Yeah, and just move on.
Possibly, yeah.
Michael Huck, no one sees this game as the dress rehearsal with only 3 preseason games. Not really. I mean, the dress rehearsal now has been game 1 every year. That's 2 years in a row. The starters played significant time in the first quarter.
And just with the injuries, these teams lose money, man, when they lose their big superstar. The reason that, us fans go to these games, man, and you don't have your product out there, you don't have your it's tough. It's tough to keep your fan base engaged with you. I mean, we're Lions fans, so we're kind of grandfathered into this whole thing, but yeah, I'm glad they shortened the preseason. The reps are good, but yeah, I don't want to see our starters out there.
James Burgess says, I would love to have Sue back, but pure guessing, I'm not thinking we'd be high on his list. Sue has always been all business and hasn't been shy about it. Adding value to his brand is his main goal. The only reason why I think Sue might even come here is because of Dan Campbell and what he said about him in that interview, how he was the favorite head coach he ever played for. I mean, that has to go a long way with players when you like the head coach.
Yeah, we love our guy here, man. He's a former player, man. Players love him.
Brian Roy says, I would like to see the Lions defense swarm to the ball every play. Absolutely. And it's crazy on how vanilla that defense looked versus the Falcons compared to how they looked at Family Fun Fest. Because I even mentioned how they had multiple hats getting to the ball carriers every play. Nobody had a big play, and we have big playmakers in the running back room.
Yeah, I didn't like we got shredded against Mariota and Ritter like that. I was.
And that's the other thing. If you look, the gap assignment, they were there. They did the gap assignment, but when Ritter stepped up and did a QB draw, he was gone, which made Rodriguez, Ford, Barnes, and all of them look bad when he blew by them.
Maybe they're saving the good play for the start of the regular season. Who knows?
Right.
Pimpleton didn't have a bad game. What was he targeted? 3 times. He had no drops, 1 catch. And then he had that big return to end the game for that final drive where he took it from 6 yards deep and got it to the 25 and was 1 block away from taking it to the house. Because if that guy that was there blocking wouldn't have let off that block, he had some speed going right there.
Yeah, I like the kid. I'm just saying. I think it's going to be hard to keep all those receivers, man.
It is. That's why I think it's Benson. So far, Benson's been the biggest disappointment to me because Brad Holmes said that his plan was for him to shine this year, and we haven't seen it. He came out there. He was pedestrian in the return game. He was less than stellar catching the ball. That's for sure.
It's a clip out there him catching a deep ball. I think it was yesterday.
Woohoo! He caught one.
Right.
In practice.
Right.
Yeah, because they paid Benson to come here. Didn't they trade for him and got him a contract? So
I don't know about the contract, but yeah, we for sure traded I think a 6 and a 7 for him.
Yeah, so
yeah, I mean, I wasn't that the the 4th was because of the Cleveland trade to move up to get Barnes, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah, because last year, you're right.
Right, and then the 6th round pick was for Benson.
Yeah.
And James Burgess says, yeah, Pimpleton has earned more looks. Khalif and him are in direct competition for the last wide receiver top kick returner. I agree. And I think you may see a little bit more of Raymond this game because they're not playing the starters. He's going to be out there as the speed threat to take pressure off of the underneath guys.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm waiting to see, man. I'm waiting to see these guys are on a bubble, man. I know they're going to give us they're going to give Indianapolis everything they can handle. They're not going to roll over. So it might be a preseason game, but to me, these are games that I like because then you get to, like you said, Jeremy, get to see the cream rise to the top, man. So these guys know they're in the bubble. Somebody's going to make a play.
Again, Kennedy had a nice game, but again, he has a nice game every preseason. He always has nice games every preseason, and then we don't see him unless somebody gets hurt. That's just how it goes. He ends up on the practice squad. Why? Because he's not a fast receiver, but he's not a slow receiver. He's a great route runner, and he has decent hands. He was used good as a gadget player, that's for sure, last year. I mean, that flea flicker back to him when he tossed it to Khalif Raymond 20 yards down the field turned into a 75-yard touchdown.
Yeah, preseason Kennedy. That's it. You hit it right on the head, man.
Don't get me wrong. I like Kennedy, but I don't see him breaking onto this roster unless he has a monster game right off the rip against some actual number 1 defensive talent.
Yeah.
And James Burgess says, I expect both to be out there for sure.
I think Kennedy ends up on the practice squad more than likely.
Yeah, I think he's not being cut. He's not being waived, but he will be on the practice squad.
Yeah.
That's what I think is happening. He'll be there for depth in case someone gets hurt. Well, man, I love it. You guys got any final thoughts on what you guys want to talk about?
Let me see here.
We can talk about something everybody loves: hookers and blow.
Oh wow!
Wayne Fonts don't coach the team. I don't think Dan Campbell wants the team hearing about that.
So we could talk about. I'm kind of curious to see what Ben Johnson does with what packages he runs this week. Because again, like you guys said, I don't think we're going to see too many starters. And we know who 2 of our running backs will be. So let's see what they do as far as scheming and game planning against if they run the ball still or if they
that comment's great.
Never.
Tim
But-
Boyle's going to get the start this Saturday. I hope that dude learns some patience in the pocket and how to kind of sort of not crack under pressure like he always does.
Well, he started out that drive great with that big
Yeah.
bomb to Khalif. I mean, it was a nice pass. I have to give him credit. That it's the first nice pass I've seen from him past 5 yards in his time here with Detroit. But
Right.
again, it was against second stringers, not a first string defense.
It's just the thing that Tim Boyle does. He'll show you a flash. He'll make a good play or two, but then he ends up doing Tim Boyle things, cracking under pressure, causing a turnover. I mean, it's, yeah.
Oh, there's no disrespect for Cocaine Wayne here. You talk about blow and you don't mention Wayne Fonts. It's disrespectful not to.
Cocaine Wayne is hilarious, dog.
Yes, he is.
Him and his Mickey Mouse ears, and
Dog,
Players
that's-
loved him
man, that's
and
funny.
played through a brick wall for him, though, because they
did,
knew
yeah.
they knew he was the source for the party.
It was the party.
Wayne Fonts will be remembered smoking a cigar in the cart while the team runs and sweating like a whore on church on Sundays on the sideline.
yeah. I remember his polo shirt, the sweat stain right in the middle, right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Cocaine Wayne. I'm still that's that's funny as hell. That's my first time ever hearing
Cocaine
it.
Wayne.
That's the first time you ever heard that? Well, he was
Yeah.
called Cocaine Wayne for a long time.
I'm a bit of a younger man. I'll be 37 in September, so
Congratulations.
appreciate you. But the man, that is
Yeah, man.
that is funny.
JB
I'm a f-
remembers all this stuff because he old as fuck.
This is
no,
true.
He know it all. He a historian with it.
Yeah, JB's a walking encyclopedia.
Well, right
Dude,
now,
man.
it's time for you, the fans, to start talking, because I ran out of topics. I'm waiting for y'all to come up with something.
Yeah, just bring something up and we'll talk about it. Like
All right, hold on. Let's see.
That's why Wayne liked the bump and run.
Best comment of the night, right there.
Favorite song was Bump and Grind.
yeah,
No, we have not talked about that, and I'm glad you did. Did you talk about the interior Lions defensive line? I heard McNeil was blowing up the Colts whole line. As a matter of fact, in the 12-on-12s yesterday, 12 times they got to the red zone, or the 11-11s yesterday, 12 times they got to the red zone. Not once did they score. That's huge, especially with Rodrigo getting a big stop for on Jonathan Taylor for a loss.
That's what I want. That's what I want to see right there, man.
He gonna start.
Yeah, he's definitely going to start. And I gave him crap. I gave our line, fans crap when they were like, "Oh, don't be surprised." And I'm like, "Well, he has to play his way up there." You know what I mean? I'm still going to give these guys, these vets,
I
You
always
think-
figured that he might crack the starting lineup halfway through the season, but he's probably going to start
Exactly.
before that.
yeah,
I
which
see
is
it
good.
at the latest week 3. It depends on what happens the next 2 weeks, because if he's still doing what he's doing and earning that spot, it might be week
Exactly.
1 versus the Eagles.
Yep.
And then we got an answer for Nakobe Dean on the other side.
Yeah.
So I'm all right with that if he starts.
Which
Now, my
QB
only-
is trending number 2 right now? Unfortunately, it's Boyle because of the big mistake that Blau had that cost the game. But one thing I will give Blau credit for, he owned up that it was his mistake. He said, "I took my eyes off the ball when it came to me."
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that was a huge thing.
Fundamentals. You can't. This is what these preseason games are about, man. Clean up those mistakes and licking your wounds before those games actually start to matter. So
Right. I mean, that's the thing. If he doesn't ever do that again, he
That would be
should
the
get the
reason why.
number 2.
Right. Yep.
James Burgess says McNeil is our best interior D lineman. I've been on that truck. What he could use is reliable running mates. Absolutely. And Brian Roy says, will Swift get more receiving yards or rushing yards? If we're using that play action properly, it'll be receiving yards.
Yeah.
I want him to have more
No
rushing
question.
yards.
I want him to have more rushing yards. The thing is, it gets into that whole 15 to 20 touch thing that I talked about. I want to see Williams and Swift get that 15 to 20 touches and then stop. And then use Craig. And that because we dominated the time of possession doing it, then you see Craig Reynolds and Jameer Jefferson come in.
Yeah, I think Swift could potentially, like you said, man, he's got one play potential where he can break it out. You know what I mean? One play.
I loved how Deuce got on him in that Indy game going, man, if you'd have cut that inside instead of continuing outside, you were gone. There was nobody there. The safeties were covering.
Will Jamar Jefferson still make this team, though?
I think he'll be as a rookie, and he's under that rookie contract, and rookie contracts have bigger dead caps. He'll either be on the practice squad or their RB4.
Okay.
To get to the practice squad, doesn't he have to clear waivers first?
No, because he's a rookie. If he was because he's on his rookie contract is what I'm saying. If he was a vet, on a veteran contract, that's when they got to clear waivers to come back.
Ooh, I like that one.
And Blau did at least look more in command of the scene. I'd trade them both plus 5 random Detroit Tigers for Mason Rudolph. At least he could potentially win a Sunday game. That's great. Man, you're on a roll tonight, James.
He said 5 random Tigers.
Is Michael Huck. Michael Huck says, is Funches playing his way into TE2 and which TEs get cut? Well, we already got rid of Nolan and we got rid of Griffin. They're gone. That being said, I don't know who gets. I think unless he shows up in this game, it's Zylstra, because Zylstra was the one that did the least in game 1 when he was on the field and had a drop. So that's something to think about. Funches, he proved he can still ball. And when he hurdled that defender to get that first down on 3rd down, I was like, "Yep." Not just to mention the corner end zone catch with the toe drag swag.
Yeah, I think Funches is going to make it as like tight end 3 or something.
Yeah, I think he'll be TE3 because Brock Wright, he has the better blocking, and he showed he had hands in that first preseason game as well.
Funches with his size would be good for like a red zone package or something, I think.
Exactly. You put him in that jumbo package at the TE3 and have him do that little corner route. That'd be dangerous.
Or put him in the do how they used to do with Joseph Fourier.
Yep. McNeil is going to have a breakout year. He's beating out Pro Bowl guards. Absolutely. And James Burgess laughs at us saying he has the comments of the day. And I think 4 random bologna sandwiches are more valuable than 5 random tigers. You're not wrong. James Burgess, Brock Wright is more TE2 right now because he's the best blocker of the bunch. And I said that. Absolutely. That's what I see. I see right now it's Hawkinson, Wright, and Funches until somebody steps up above Funches.
Yeah, we still have the rookie, too, out there. But, yeah, I'm right there with you guys. I think Funches is just
Wright and Funches at it. With a 3 tight end set might be interesting.
Is James Mitchell? He's on the PUP list or on some sort of injured list or something.
He's just coming back to practice here shortly because he had his ACL surgery last year when he got hurt in September and missed the whole season. So he should be back anytime now if he's not practicing already. But with Kabinda being out, they're probably going to use him as more of the fullback option.
Okay,
I'm okay with that.
And I am fantastic with that because I watched some of that game film, and he was good blocking at the fullback, and he runs like a halfback when he does run like a power back up the middle, which we do have Jamal Williams, who was that 3 to 4 yards in a cloud of dust type of runner last year. You had somebody like that to block for in front of him that might be able to get downfield and take out a safety or something. Then Jamal Williams is getting 5 to 7 yards per carry.
And I watched some of his games at Virginia. That dude can catch. James Mitchell can catch like a mofo. He's pretty good at it. So.
And I still said, if you got somebody like that back there that can block and catch, why wouldn't you run in that third and short situation where we struggled a lot last year? Why wouldn't you put in that full house formation, having him, Williams, and Swift behind him? Who you going to block? Who you going to try to tackle?
It'll be filthy with that O-line.
Yeah, that's the biggest
You might
thing.
not
That and that O-line, that first string O-line, that was one of my hottest groups of the bunch.
You might
Right
not get
there.
touched 3 or 4 yards down the field with that O-line.
And James Rhodes said, yes, Mitchell is practicing. He will be playing Sue. And yep, beat me to it. He will be interim H-back, TE4, and fullback.
I'm okay with the rookie being that.
Yeah, exactly. Steve Bauer, we need to keep 3 tight ends, especially as much as Hawkinson gets hurt. He actually doesn't get hurt as much as you guys think. You realize he's only missed 5 games in 3 seasons.
Yeah, I was about to say he's missed a couple games last year, 2 or 3 or something like that, but he's not injury prone. I mean,
He just
injuries happen.
useful, that's all. He had a bad year last year. That's all.
Yeah, he just didn't get his name called quite as much as I would like to him.
Last year was the most he missed, wasn't it? 3 games.
Yes,
I agree with that. He didn't. We should have been.
And-
he should be option number 1.
In the red
Anthony
zone,
Lynn has never used tight ends in his offense.
Ben Johnson didn't either though.
Well,
that's
they
weird,
kind
'cause
of
he's
played
got-
with kid gloves after he came back because he got hurt in week 9, so he was out 10, 11, and 12
That's
because
weird
he was
you
out
say that,
3 straight weeks.
because Ben Johnson was a tight ends coach, so you'd think he'd have more favoritism towards those big guys out there. But
Right.
we'll see.
And-
We'll see this year for sure, though.
And Brian Roy, Smoke, are you going to give us your 53-man team after the last preseason game before the actual list comes out by the Lions? I'm going to attempt, but they usually get that out there pretty quick. I mean, I might do a special show after the last preseason game and say, these are the guys I think are cut.
And Jeremy's pretty accurate with his stuff, so with his
He's already got his
predictions.
list done. He's just being modest right now. He don't want to tell us.
Zylstra will be practice squad insurance, and he's not going to make a 53-man, but he's part of the insurance policy for now. I agree with that. I think that's what a lot of the, a total of 10 offensive linemen will be kept, but only 8 on the roster, 2 on the practice squad minimum. And I think they might keep all 10 DNs, D tackles / OLBs that are on the roster right now, maybe even up to 12, because they're going to want to keep that rotation and keep the guys' legs fresh. That way our defense doesn't look gassed like we've seen in the past. We actually have depth at that department.
You guys think that guard, Kevin Jarvis, will make it?
He has to clean up his game. He had some bad snaps last week.
He did.
Okay.
What kind of smoke is smoking Jeremy? Cigarette.
Yeah, I think that he's going to be one of those guys that gets more reps this week for sure. Like a lot of those guys who are, on that O line and on that D line, these guys, it's their time to shine, man. If you're going to be getting all these reps, man,
What is it?
My chops right now.
Hey,
13. Somebody just asked real quick before you go, Dan, how many guys can they keep on the practice squad? Isn't it 13 now with 4 protected? 16. Okay, 16 with 4 protected, right?
Yeah.
And the 4 protected can change each week.
I believe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had an idea, man. Hear me out on this trade, because we're talking about Roquan here. If they gave up Cephas, the Julian Aquara, and like a third, that fits two needs that the freaking Bears would need, and not giving up the high picks.
Because hasn't Robert Quinn been on the pup list for them too?
Yep.
Because he doesn't want to play there anymore. He has to be traded out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
See, it just goes to show you how.
What if you throw Brockers and have him throw in Robert Quinn too?
Can you guys take that cap hit though?
I'll take it.
I would gladly be over the cap for a couple of weeks and lose late round picks over it.
Yeah.
Because that's how it starts. Because we only got $9 million left right now.
I don't think they couldn't hold.
No, I was just saying I didn't know.
$9 million dead cap. That's what we got right now, or that's what we're.
$9 million available, I think.
Oh, okay.
That's more
Richard
available.
Head says I would give up Jared Davis, Cephas, and a 4th round pick for Smith. That's not enough to get him.
No.
Chicago's going to want a first for him. That's almost.
They're going to want a 1st or a 2nd, depending on the players packaged with it.
I will give him a 1st just because we're gonna have to sweeten the pot for trading it, in the divisional.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I throw in the 1st. I like whatever that we had that first one early when it was a couple guys.
When I said Anzalone, Benson, and Raymond with the 1st round pick for Roquan,
I feel like
that gives them. Could Dissner do a restructure to get him? Yeah, he probably could. Yeah, I don't see why he couldn't restructure and saying, hey, we have a great season because we got you guys here. You get your bag next year when we got the cap room.
Yeah, I feel like Roquan is worth it though, man. I feel where he's coming from. He's 100+ tackles every season, and the guy is just he's he's been showing up every year. So there's no reason for him not to want.
And you're not wrong there, money. James Burgess. The new regime in Chi-Town isn't cleaning house, but they are going slash and burn agriculture. I agree with that. Chi-Town wants a 1st or a young stud plus picks. Too rich for our blood in all likelihood. Not if you do. See, you throw in Benson and Raymond because they don't have a great kick returner right now either. You don't want to be putting it when Mooney is the wide receiver 1 by miles on that roster. You don't want him returning kicks or punts.
Yeah.
If the Lions were 1 or 2 players away, I would give up more, but they're not. But if you listen to what the national media is saying, and I'm not even talking about us, I'm not talking about Homer Slappies. They're saying the Lions are a sleeper to make the playoffs. And if we're a sleeper to make the playoffs, then we're a lot closer than any of us that watch them thinks. We think that's bad because we've been bad for so long.
And I think if we can stay healthy, like I've said, I think we do have a shot at making the playoffs, getting that 7 to 10 wins.
Yeah, I said 7 to 10 ever since, 3 weeks before camp now.
And I'm probably going to sound cynical. I'm the only one who doesn't want to be. I want to have our division first before I think about playoffs. That's just me. I want us to be able to wreck our division and consistently win it every year, because you see what Rodgers is doing. They make it to the playoffs every year, 1st round bye, and then they lose to
San Francisco.
Yeah,
because Rodgers is a closet San Francisco fan and doesn't have the heart to beat them.
But I would love to own the division while Rodgers is still under contract. That would be my.
DC 80901 comes in and says, greetings from Camden Yards. He's at the Orioles game tonight with his family.
Go Yankees.
Go Yankees.
Yeah, I just want to terrorize Rodgers while he's still under contract. I want to be able to knock him out of division at least during the latter part of his career. I think that'd be awesome. Because he's seen us go through like 3 or 4 rebuilds.
Richard Head, I see what you're saying there. But where is the weakest part of this team? We've all talked about it. It's linebacker. It's linebacker play overall at the MLB position. When Alex Anzalone is your best linebacker, you should be scared.
You're not wrong. Not wrong at all.
Right now, he's considered the best linebacker on the roster, not named Malcom Rodriguez. Red Sox are getting killed 10-4 in the 4th.
Good. Fuck them.
Boy, the Red Sox have been giving up runs by the bucket lately. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, wait, they suck.
I was like, yeah, where's it going with this? I was like, yeah, man, incredible. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till tomorrow's game, man. I just want to see what these 3rd and 4th string guys look like, and I'm pretty sure they have a couple studs out there we really haven't been seeing in real game time. So hopefully we see a bunch of Rodriguez. I would love for him to start with the green dot on. Put him out there.
I don't think the cornerbacks are as much of a question mark as the safeties are. I think the cornerback room is actually pretty decent. We haven't even seen a couple of them play. Jared Jacobs is still rehabbing that ACL tear from last year, and he played fantastic. Everybody keeps confusing A.J. Parker and Jerry Jacobs. A.J. Parker was clearly the better corner of the two, and it sucked when he got hurt.
I agree.
Lion King. Roquan needs an agent. You're right. He does. If he had an agent, this probably wouldn't have been an issue. That being said, anybody else got a question they want to ask real quick before we head out?
I got a question.
Okay.
If this current Lions roster, if we had Matt Stafford, what would be y'all's expectation?
8 to 12 wins.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay.
1 more on the minimum and 2 more on the top end.
The offense isn't the problem.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Offense.
The offense last year was the problem because your receivers and the play calling. But right now, it's not your problem. The problem is that the defense can't fucking.
I'm scared of golf, man. I'm scared of golf.
You may be scared of golf, but I'm telling you, he passed the eyeball test for the first time ever.
He is looking
for me.
good. He's looking good so far, from what I've seen, but I'm still scared of him.
And to your point, LL, I think he's finally embracing the culture and the city, and I think he's finally like, okay, I'm here. I'm here now. I think last year, I don't know what the hell was going on with him last year.
I'm with you. I think he's going to have a much better year, but I'm still scared of him.
I will say they did rotate on Pittman there. Okuda, A.O., Will Harris, and Mike Hughes in coverage on Pittman over those 2 days. Guess who's the only cornerback that had 2 pass breakups on Pittman?
Who's that, Okuda?
Okuda.
Okay.
And they were good. They were good pass breakups where he jumped the route, got there as the ball got there, the whole 9 yards, where he got actually there right at the right time and not drawing a penalty. That's huge for everything that everybody has ever said. That's huge for the comeback of Okuda.
All right, I got one for you then. Since we don't know Okuda, would you trade Okuda and would you include Okuda in a package to get Roquan?
You really can't. The dead cap is monstrous on a rookie cap. I mean, you're talking a deep cap hole that you can't dig out of.
Okay, I'm not aware of the cap situation. Of his cap.
Like I said, first round picks, they have the heaviest dead cap hit of any rookie, and that goes until they get to year 5. Year 5 is where you can. And James Burgess says, you mean the senior mud hens, in reply to Richard Head saying, hey, at least New York and Boston have professional teams. The Tigers are slightly above a AA team. AAA.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're a farming team, man.
Well, and our farm at the beginning of the season was considered 5th overall because of the poor play across the board with all the Tigers teams in the organization. They have fell to 26th out of 30.
I wonder who the Tigers are going to look at for a new GM.
Hopefully they let A.J. Hinch pick him so he can stay. I mean, I think Hinch is doing well with the young guys. It's the older guys he's losing.
Yeah.
Ha about what? The Tigers?
I hate the Tigers. Yes, I hate the Tigers.
How's Iffy doing at safety? I'll tell you what. This is what I have to say about a player that's converted. No news is good news, because if you're going to hear something, it's going to be the bad.
Fair enough. I think we'll see a lot more of him, too.
I think we're going to see a lot of him in this game. I can't wait to watch it, because as tall and as quick as he is with the ups he has, he could end up pulling off some stuff that they expected Kirby Joseph to be doing.
And is he still healthy? Or is he?
He is still healthy, yes.
I'd love to see both of those boys out there, man.
The Tigers farm system is closer to a garden system. Thank you, Al Avila. Sayonara. Hallelujah, you're gone.
Yeah. Our team was his initials, Double A team for sure. He got rid of all of our talent and then didn't replenish it.
He didn't do nothing. He just
And the only reason why we had to keep Cabrera is nobody wanted to take on that $26 million albatross salary for a guy that was over 30.
You gotta let Miggy play it out, man. You gotta let
You
Miggy
do.
poke
You
up
do
his-
now. Yeah, you do now. You got to let him play it out.
You
When
owe
he's
it
ready
to
to
him. You owe
retire,
it
let
to
him ride off into the sunset. I mean, the man hit a lot of milestones here in Detroit.
Now, one thing
Yeah.
I wish, and this is I'm fat, so this don't count, but getting a little bit better shape, this, help the team out a little bit more. I understand the team ain't really going nowhere, but
When he came into spring training, it was the best I've seen him look in maybe 5
Really?
years. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He had cut like 20 pounds.
My apologies.
Richard Head said Iffy is going to be a very interesting prospect at safety. And he has been healthy. He's been a healthy scratch for rest periods on the roster this year, which I'm great.
Yeah, but I need to see him in real game situations though. Knock that rust off.
And I agree with this wholeheartedly from James Versus. Good night, gentlemen. Always fun. Looking forward to seeing some guys play their way on the roster tomorrow.
Heck yeah, JB.
Yeah,
Heck
yeah.
I heard Chase Lucas is having a good camp for a 7th round pick. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
+1 on Iffy. I really want to see him give some reps. Absolutely. And I don't blame Miggy for his contract. Anyone would sign that. Absolutely. To play a game that we grew up loving as a kid. I ain't gonna lie.
Wasn't he the Triple Crown winner a few years back?
Yeah, the
Back
same
to
year
back.
that
Yeah.
Verlander got the MVP.
Yeah. It's like he earned that. Like,
And Richard Head says it's Friday night, about to be beer 30 o'clock.
I just finished mine.
Speaking of Verlander, for as old as he is now, he's doing awesome for Houston right now. At least he was like a few weeks ago. So.
Those fucking bag of cheaters. Nobody give a shit about Houston.
Our
They
current
need to be
manager was
changed.
part of that.
Their logo needs to be changed to Chester Cheetah.
Yeah.
And hey, the best part of Verlander is his wife.
Hey,
Facts.
Yeah.
Kate Upton.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stu Reich.
That being said, it's been great, gentlemen. If anybody wants to stay on to talk for a couple minutes after before we cut out, that's great. Thank you for watching Kneecap Biting with Smokin Jeremy, and I'm going to close out the show the only way I know how. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way we're going to make the world a better place. It starts within you, not those around you. For Dan Leonard, Lions Rumble 81, LL Cool Torrance, and Big Dan Davis, sayonara, folks.